Another thing on that video, on that interview, was that Desmond Tutu came with a story about some guy who dropped a bomb in a place, in a disco or a church, and then he says that one of the victims that had lost one arm and one leg told in the television that she would forgive the man that dropped the bombs, and she would want to meet him, to forgive him, and for him, the bomber, to forgive her. Now, this is the point, the pinnacle of this hypocrite Desmond Tutu, which is a liar. Why? Because in that story, the woman which has been bombed and that lost one arm and one leg, Desmond Tutu tells us and gives us the opinion that of the humbleness of that woman. Now, Desmond Tutu was not telling the whole story. He was telling the part of the story that he wanted for others to hear. No? Let me tell you another story. This is not a story. This was evidence. This was true. For about 40 years ago, we the Portuguese, we were all over Africa. Because we have been at war with those countries, and we used to own some lands. And most of you do not know, but in Africa you almost do not need to grow vegetables, because the land is so rich that food grows, bananas, pineapples, whatever. The food grows almost without no agriculture. And so when those Portuguese people came back to Portugal, they brought that African despise of the white people. When they returned to Portugal, they came here to steal other people. I do have some of these people living near me, and they came with this mentality that Portugal was in debt with them, because black people think that the white man is in debt with them. So they have a strange mentality, and they think that they are the best because they have been suffering with slavery. So they think that they do deserve the most respect that they can get without doing anything to deserve it. So this Desmond Tutu seems to be that way. Well, that woman in that public place, at the disco, or that religious place. So Desmond Tutu wasn't telling the whole story. Why? Why did the bomber dropped the bombs? Because when the woman that lost her arm and her leg, when she woke up, she realized something. She realized that she was to blame. She was guilty. She had do or said something to provoke the bomber. And so she knew at that time that her suffering was her fault. And so she started to have remorse, and so she wanted to meet the bomber, for him, the bomber, to forgive her, for the bomber to do not ever again drop bombs with a good reason to do it. When that woman got bombed, the bomber had a good reason to do it, and the woman knew that. So she, without the arm and without the leg, went for forgiveness, because that was the only thing that she could do. Ask for forgiveness, because if she would not ask for forgiveness, some days later the bomber would drop another bomb, because that is the real way that this world is. But this guy Desmond Tutu doesn't tell the story that way. Doesn't tell the whole story. Why? Because he wants people to shh. Like David Icke says, people must shh. Mandela wants people to shh. Desmond Tutu wants, like David Icke says, Desmond Tutu wants people to shh. Shut up. Shut up. Do not reply to the masters. Do not reply to the Freemasons. Do not reply to the Americans. That is what I have to say. Alright, so I was listening to him, and at a certain moment Craig Ferguson was mocking him, and this guy Desmond Tutu does this. He starts to laugh, and then shh. He tells Craig Ferguson to shut up. But the way he did, the way he said shut up, I noticed communism. It was funny because Craig Ferguson, those guys, they are bad. Craig Ferguson and Conan, those guys, they are very they are very confident, and they do not allow for anyone to overcome them at their own show. At that point, Desmond Tutu did what a fascist, what a communist does. He tells the other person to shut up. I have seen many shows in TV. I have seen TV shows for years, and I never saw a guy Desmond Tutu, which is such a benevolent person, which is a Nobel Prize, doing this, telling another person to shut up on live TV. That tells a lot about these people, but it does tell a lot of bad things about people that that fought some other regimes. They should be better persons, better people. But when that guy Desmond Tutu, he tells Craig Ferguson on CBS television to shut up, he was telling the world, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, when he should be smart and humble. So it's hypocrisy at its best. Like David Icke told about Mandela, that Mandela was just a dog for the Freemasons. So as Desmond Tutu, because someone who fights for liberty won't say to others to shut up. Oh, what's that? Now, this another bad thing, because I couldn't see the whole show. The bell there must be broken. On his book, The Biggest Secret, David Icke tells us about politics and Nelson Mandela. Well, while Nelson Mandela was in jail, there was in South Africa this guy called Desmond Tutu. This guy Desmond Tutu, in 2009, he went to the United States, and in March or April of 2009, he went to CBS to this late night show with Craig Ferguson. It was March or April 2009. First of all, for 4 or 5 months until now, I was thinking about get into politics. I have ways to be successful in politics. I have many helps, and so I wrote in my cellular this in my agenda that in a near future I would go to a special place and ask for advice. One of the most powerful and religious and place here at Portugal, not Fatima, in another place. So I wrote a small note on my cellular, and I was waiting for the right moment to go to that place, because it is far away from here, and because nowadays it's raining a lot. It became hard to go there. But I was always reading that thought on my cellular, on my agenda, and time went by, and I was always waiting for a good time or a proper time to go there and ask the question whether if I would get or not get into politics. Well, yesterday I had the answer, and the answer was: do not get into politics. And the explanation was simple. We the west part of our civilization, so America and Europe, in terms of finance and economics, we haven't still hit the bottom. So whoever gets into politics right now won't succeed, because you when things go bad, before they get better, they must hit the bottom. So we are 2013 and we haven't still hit the bottom. After we hit the bottom, yes, we start to climb, but at this time politics is so corrupt, that whoever enters the world of politics will not succeed. That was the explanation I got, because if I would get there into politics, I would break it all. I would make a revolution inside that place. or those places. I would start kicking corrupts one by one. But at this time, it would never happen, because we haven't still reached the bottom of this snake pit, which is finance, economics, and politics. Now about this guy Desmond Tutu. I don't know who the man is. I know who is Nelson Mandela, but this guy Desmond Tutu, I don't know. We Portugal, we have a near contact with Timor and those politicians, but South Africa, it was a long time ago. So this guy Desmond Tutu comes to the Craig Ferguson show in 2009. And for those who can see, I could not see the whole interview because the bad situation was really a bad situation. In some time of the interview, and you know those guys, those comedians, they don't allow you or anyone else to be smarter, to be funnier than them. So, and Craig Ferguson is the worst. He is the worst. He respects almost anyone or anybody. This goddamn bell is always chiming when I'm talking. And